आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the nation's sharpest opinion. And tonight I want to give you some perspective on what I believe the Pakistanis have done wrong and which is why they've invited the wrath of the Afghans. If you watch the next few minutes, you will get a full sense of what is happening along the Afghan-Pakistan border. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying that the Afghans have pounded Pakistan on the eastern front like never before. The Taliban claims that they have killed over 58 Pakistani soldiers, over 30 injured, over 25 Pakistani army outposts have been captured, ladies and gentlemen, by the Afghans. This is the present situation. So, as this is all as the Pakistanis followed their natural instinct to run away like cowards. Whenever they are attacked, the Pakistanis have a natural instinct. They run away like cowards. This entire Durand Line is very, very hot, ladies and gentlemen. And there is no place Asif Munir and his army can hide from the wrath of the Afghan revenge. Historically, everyone fears the Afghan revenge. And yet, this country is caught in the perpetual loop of ignoring its own blunders one after the other, and has for some reason chosen the convenient and, in my opinion, the most uneducated option of trying to blame India, Bharat, for anything and everything that takes place in Pakistan. Unknown gunmen hunt down their terrorists, they blame it on India. POK sends the Islamabad police packing and running for their lives without their uniform, they blame it on India. Baluch rebels on their own, independently, derail the Jafar Express, they blame it on India. And somehow they believe that the people of Pakistan think everything is in their ways, as they say and they pronounce, a Ra conspiracy, a Ra ki sajish. That's how they pronounce it. And yet, when you confront them with the reality, they say, look it up on social media. That is, ladies and gentlemen, ISI for you, but I digress. I digress. Tonight I present to you 5 reasons, and I want to ask Asif Munir through this video, Mullah Munir and whatever his generals are smoking, on how will they ever manage to pin this one on India? Because this war that they are going through with Afghanistan, ladies and gentlemen, is a made in Pakistan disaster. It is handcrafted. Telling our producers, Samar should be on the big window on the right. Sorry, I got to do some direction here. Samar on the big window on the right. On the 2 windows, put Hamid and put General Dayal. We are in a very strong military situation. Have strong branding on the top over Samar to establish the fact he is reporting from an undisclosed location inside Afghanistan and getting a lot of support. People are so proud that Republic is the only crew that has its experts and reporters in Afghanistan.
Arnab, I'd like to put it across here that I feel proud as an Indian that I have trained along with Afghan officers who are now my course mates and are now presently, employed in the Taliban government. And there has been an immense support from their end. However, there has been some issues with the internet and connectivity. So whenever we are in network area, we are able to connect, but that is very seldom. So now that I've been connected is because I am near a city area, but I will not disclose which one. So Arnab, the issue is basically that
Pakistanis
the
want you to disclose, but you don't disclose. They are saying, how is Republic inside Afghanistan? I'm saying Samar on the right, windows. I can't keep making windows for God's sake. Sharat, Samar continues on the right. They are saying, how is Samar deep Afghanistan? How is Republic getting all
because
this? Because you see,
because
this news network,
Pakistan does
they are
not
the
train
biggest
Afghan
news
officers.
network in this whole area. Yes.
So, Arnab, now the actual ground situation is that there are few places, let us admit, for example, there is a place called Helmand province, which is very far from our location. Then Paktia is also one more location. There,
Yeah.
Pakistan is having an advantage because they are using drones with night fighting capabilities, including attack helicopters at night. So they are able to target any movement which is being carried out by the Taliban at night, and they are finding it very difficult to advance. But the advantage in the mountainous terrain is that they are able to
Hamid in
negotiate,
Pakistan.
and they're
Hamid.
able to have cover in the mountain passes, as well as during day is the time that they
Hamid.
have actually decided to move during day, and during night there is very negligible movement. So because of that, number one, number two, Taliban does have night fighting capabilities, but only in the form of night fighting goggles. And as far as the weaponry is concerned, the night sights are very limited, and they do not have anti-aircraft weapon systems. So that is what is actually slowing the Taliban in terms of their momentum in hitting the Pakistan forces. But wherever the Pakistan posts are, and which are having these supply routes, especially in the mountainous regions, have been cut off. And there has been sporadic fire since last night. But the momentum that was there since ninth till day before yesterday was immense. And since yesterday night, the momentum has reduced. However, the deployment of Taliban has increased. They have not backed out. They are accumulating at few places which are tactically in their advantage, especially towards the POK side. I would not name the exact provinces because that will definitely give the enemy
Can you
edge
put
in terms of
Bishamberjal on the map?
surveillance. So I am not going to disclose that. But the Taliban
Thoughts,
is working
Bishamberjal. Come
very
on.
closely, very closely with the POGB freedom fighters. There are people, there are confirmation reports that a lot of intelligence has been coming in from the Pakistan occupied Kashmir side to the Taliban in terms of the Pakistan military deployment. So that has been an advantage for the Taliban, and they are accordingly now deploying themselves to go in for a hit. But it is one thing is rest assured, peace is little far away at the moment.
Well, I mean, this is such an excellent ground report, a mix of strategic expertise, and Republic is the only network who's got such a strong presence in Afghanistan. We are hearing right now, Hamid, it has been day 3, Pakistanis are unable to respond. They are looking weak.
I've been listening to you very well.
They're looking weak, and besides a press release, they have not been able to do anything in military terms. Where did he disappear now? Where did he disappear? Hamid, in military terms,
I am here.
in military terms, Pakistan has not been able to respond to the major strikes by Afghanistan. This is making you look very weak, right? And also there is consolidation across Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan with local support from the other side. You realize you're sandwiched.
I've been listening to you with very, peacefully. Now let me reply. Thank you.
You want to respond violently. You want to reply violently or what?
Yes. No, I don't want to reply violently. I want to reply logically. And logic
If you
is
want to
that
reply violently,
Pakistan.
I'll also reply violently.
Okay. Pakistan's commitment and resolve is very clear that Pakistan will not let India harbor any terrorism through TTP in Pakistan.
इसमें इंडिया का
Secondly,
कुछ नहीं.
Pakistan will chase every raw sponsored terrorist, whether it is Major Tur or anybody like him who's the raw
Where
agent
is
and acting
raw?
as a republic reporter. They will be chased and tracked down. And similarly with TTP, anybody who's trying to destabilize
That is the
Pakistan
exact
will
problem that
reach to
Taliban
its
has been
ended
saying,
conclusion.
that there has
And
been over interference of
let me speak
ISI
now, Major
in
Tur, please.
Afghanistan. There has
I think
been
you should
over
know.
interference
Once it's a
of
rational debate, you should
the
know how to speak about
Pakistani
it.
intelligence establishment. And let me tell you,
Okay.
they have taken it in a very
There
serious
is one
manner.
thing very
And
clear,
please,
that
if you have your
Pakistan's
ISI
resolve is
assets,
very
their time
clear
is
that
very
we
less.
won't let any
They
Indian
have been
or
their
any
days are
Indian
numbered,
sponsored.
because it is because of the presence of ISI,
Arnab, let him speak or let me
because
speak. That's the simple
their
thing.
He's
Shall
a
I
very
leave it?
brave man, very tough man. You know, Samar
Shall I
is a very
leave it
tough
then?
guy.
I mean, if you don't want to
Samar is a
I'll
very
leave it
tough
at that
guy.
point.
told that,
Samar is talking
you
to
know,
you in a
the
language that
Northern
army people
Alliance,
understand. You're not an army person, you're not
Northern
understand. You don't know
Alliance,
Indian army. You know?
Arnab,
He's talking
let
in
me
Indian army language to you.
let me
Arnab,
explain to
their
him something,
ISI
Arnab. Just a minute.
Samar, General Saab is coming in. Samar, Samar,
Yes,
Let me
General
explain
Dayal
to
is
explain.
me.
coming in.
See,
Yeah.
to
You don't get
Pakistan,
worried. Samar, don't get worried with these Pakistanis. You
no,
do
don't
your
get
work.
worried. No.
These
Arnab,
Pakistanis are trying to you do your reporting non-stop for Republic
see,
Network.
Arnab, for Pakistan is the main cause of instability in Afghanistan since 1973, not today. I mean, even during the Mujib regime, when he was overthrown, Pakistan's hand was there. When Jair Shah wanted to return, even Mujib wanted him to return. It is ISI which did not let him return. They brought in Al Qaeda. Then they brought in this so-called now Taliban. They called it, and they were the one who threw Ahmad Shah Massoud from there. The Pak army physically led the assault.
के साथ भी लड़ाई नहीं चाहते हैं। अफगानिस्तान में अमन है और हमारा एक पाकिस्तान पड़ोसी नहीं है, 5 और मुल्क भी हमारा पड़ोसी है।
Meanwhile, Pakistan army is losing its grip in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The newly elected Chief Minister, Suhail Afridi of Imran Khan's PTI, has warned against any military operation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region.
ये बावर दिलाना चाहता हूं कि जिस तरह मेरा लीडर मेरा कायद जनाब इमरान खान साहब मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन के खिलाफ हैं, इंशाल्लाह हमारे होते हुए कोई मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन नहीं कर पाएगा।
As the Afghan-Pakistan war enters day 4, did Asim Munir make a mistake going into Kabul? What fate awaits Pakistan on the Eastern Front? Will it all backfire this week?
First, we're going to have to get a reading of the strategic situation in the war between Pakistan and Afghanistan. The Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid is now saying that at least 58 Pakistani soldiers were killed in the retaliatory strikes near Durand Line in Behrampur. Several Pakistani outposts have been captured, and the Taliban has now warned Pakistan that you better keep quiet. And typically, Pakistan has stopped; it is not doing anything. Now, important point here to note tonight is this: that, and I want to open between General Bishambar Dayal and Major Nadeem to get a military side. Major Nadeem, my first question is to you, and you can take it further, General Bishambar Dayal. One would have expected some response from the Pakistanis. Why have the Pakistanis, after what happened, after this huge counter-strike by Taliban, why has the Pakistanis not been able to defend themselves or even respond?
Well, as you know it, we have tried our level best to try to give success to logic over terrorism. We tried our level best to negotiate with our neighbors, including India as well. And we have a series of agreements with this TTP and the so-called Taliban, because I consider them both the two sides of the same coin. We had an agreement in the Musharraf era in 2004 that is called Shakai Agreement. Just after a few weeks, that was broken by the Taliban. Then we had another accord, that is Miran Shah Accord in 2006. We tried our level best to have negotiation on the table and to have some agreement, and just to prevent these barbaric acts across this Afghan border and Pakistan. And we tried our level best. Then we had agreement in 2014 with the Nawaz Sharif government. And just after that agreement, you see that APS massacre has taken place. Then we had another truce in 2018. Then in 2021, our DGISI went to Afghanistan, Kabul. And that was mediated by the present Taliban government. Okay, they were there in 2021, but even
That
then,
was not my
just
question.
after a
So
few
that was
months,
not my
that
question to
again.
you.
So
That was
it,
not my question to you.
and then to 2022 and post 2022, you will see
Position
continuously
from
they were
undisclosed
the
location in
TTP was
Afghanistan.
using the Afghan territory against Pakistan and our
As you know,
western border
Dr.
to
Major
make
Nadeem,
a western border hub.
Major Nadeem, can I just interrupt you for a minute? Because we are joined by
So-
the very, very, very brave Major Samarpal Toor. Major Samarpal Toor is a great ex-soldier of the Indian Army. I call him, nobody's an ex-soldier in the Indian Army, always a soldier. Samar, can you hear me?
Yes, he is a
Samar,
Khalistan soldier.
Samar,
Khalistan soldier.
can you hear me? What's your language? Samar, link is frozen. Samar is reporting for Republic from undisclosed locations in Afghanistan. I would like to repeat, we are not disclosing the location of the Republic reporters in Afghanistan because
You are
these
deliberately
Pakistani,
not disclosing this.
of course, why should we disclose? We Republic is the biggest news network in India, and our man, our reporter, is reporting. Our expert is reporting from Afghanistan. We are proud of him. Why should we disclose where he's reporting from? To make it easy for you. Now, General Dayal, can I see him? I'm not seeing him. General Dayal, this situation, my question was, why have the Pakistanis not been able to do anything? They got really badly hit. The ISPR has been forced to accept major losses. But they have not, बोलने के अलावा कुछ किया नहीं इन्होंने, हम करेंगे, ये करेंगे, defend करेंगे. In terms of military action, they have not responded. Why?
See, not only in terms of military action, Arnab, they have a much superior equipment military-wise. Their Air Force is much more superior. And that's why they could, because of their Air Force, they could strike at few places in Afghanistan over the last few days earlier. Right. But on ground, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, I don't think Pakistan can do anything against Afghanistan, whether against Afghanistani army or against rebels from there. They can do nothing because most of the posts earlier were absolutely manned by them themselves. I mean, they've gone from here only. And Pakistani army is in no state to fight. I'm telling the Indian side that there are no state to fight on the LC with the army to army. They are in no state to fight a war on ground forces because their ground forces are corrupt. They are absolutely involved in business rather than soldiering. And they do not have
big
troops
window on the right with the location. Okay, I have Samar back for a moment, General Dayal. I have Samar back. It's a bad link, but Samar is back. Right-hand side screen, big window. We can put Samar in the big screen. Samar is in an undisclosed location from Afghanistan, deep inside Afghanistan. Is reporting on the ground. How badly are the Pakistanis being hit? And why have they not been able to hit back? What's the ground report you have from Afghanistan?
Well, Arnab, the actual ground reporting is basically that there are two areas where they have been hit real bad, and they have backed. That is basically Kunar, and there's a place called Nangahar. So basically, there is a place called Bandar where the Pakistani post was there. It was well fortified, but it was at an isolated height. So that is where they have been able to take them down. So that is one of the posts which has been totally destroyed, and the Pakistan forces have gone back. And the second post which has been hit is called Ghasi Kando. So these two are the places where there's been decimation of the Pakistani fortified posts. There have been casualties of the Pakistan soldiers there, including one officer also. So, and there are reports.
Just telling our producers, Samar should be on the big window on the right. Sorry, I got to do some direction here. Samar on the big window on the right. On the two windows, put Hamid and put General Dayal. We are in a very strong military situation. Have strong branding on the top over Samar to establish the fact he is reporting from an undisclosed location inside Afghanistan and getting a lot of support. People are so proud that Republic is the only crew that has its experts and reporters in
I would
Afghanistan.
actually, Arnab, I'd like to put it across here that I feel proud as an Indian that I have trained along with Afghan officers who are now my course mates and are now presently, employed in the Taliban government. And there has been an immense support from their end. However, there has
In
been some issues with
Afghanistan.
the internet and connectivity. So
In
whenever we are in
Afghanistan.
network
That's
area, we
combined
are able
now.
to connect at, but that is very seldom. So now that I've been connected
Reporting
is because
Afghanistan,
I'm
top
near
bands.
a
Improve your
city
top
area,
band
but I will
output
not
desk.
disclose which one. So Arnab,
No,
the
you
issue
don't
is
disclose.
basically
These
that
Pakistanis
the
want you to
momentum.
disclose, but you don't disclose. They are saying, how is Republic inside Afghanistan? I'm saying summer on the right, Windows. I can't keep making Windows for God's sake. Sharat, summer continues on the right. They are saying, how is summer deep Afghanistan? How is Republic getting all this news?
because
Because you see,
because
this news network,
Pakistan does
they are
not
the
train
biggest
Afghan
news
officers.
network in this whole area. Yes.
So, Arnab, now the actual ground situation is that there are few places, let us admit, for example, there is a place called Helmand province, which is very far from our location. Then Paktia is also one more location. There,
Yeah.
Pakistan is having an advantage because they are using drones with night fighting capabilities, including attack helicopters at night. So they are able to target any movement which is being carried out by the Taliban at night, and they are finding it very difficult to advance. But the advantage in the mountainous terrain is that they are able to
Hamid in
negotiate
Pakistan.
and they're
Hamid.
able to have cover in the mountain passes, as well as during day is the time that they
Hamid.
have actually decided to move during day, and during night there is very negligible movement. So because of that, number one, number two, Taliban does have night fighting capabilities, but only in the form of night fighting goggles. And as far as the weaponry is concerned, the night sights are very limited and they do not have anti aircraft weapon systems. So that is what is actually slowing the Taliban in terms of their momentum in hitting the Pakistan forces. But wherever the Pakistan posts are, and which are having these supply routes, especially in the mountainous regions, have been cut off. And there has been sporadic fire since last night. But the momentum that was there since 9th till day before yesterday was immense. And since yesterday night, the momentum has reduced. However, the deployment of Taliban has increased. They have not backed out. They are accumulating at few places which are tactically in their advantage, especially towards the POK side. I would not name the exact provinces because that will definitely give the enemy edge in terms of surveillance. So I am not going to disclose that. But the Taliban
Thoughts,
is
Vishwambar
working
Dayal. Come on.
very closely with the POGB freedom fighters. There are people, there are confirmation reports that a lot of intelligence has been coming in from the Pakistan occupied Kashmir side to the Taliban in terms of the Pakistan military deployment. So that has been an advantage for the Taliban, and they are accordingly now deploying themselves to go in for a hit. But it is one thing is rest assured, peace is little far away at the moment.
Well, I mean, this is such an excellent ground report, a mix of strategic expertise, and Republic is the only network who's got such a strong presence in Afghanistan. We are hearing right now, Hamid, it has been day 3, Pakistanis are unable to respond. They are looking weak.
I've been listening to you very well.
They're looking weak, and besides a press release, they have not been able to do anything in military terms. Where did he disappear now? Where did he disappear? Hamid, in military terms,
I am here.
In military terms, Pakistan has not been able to respond to the major strikes by Afghanistan. This is making you look very weak, right? And also there is consolidation across Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan with local support from the other side. You realize you're sandwiched.
I've been listening to you with very, peacefully. Now let me reply. Thank you.
You want to
Okay.
respond violently. You want to reply violently or what?
Yes. No, I don't want to reply violently. I want to reply logically. And logic
If
is
you want to
that
reply violently,
Pakistan.
I'll also reply violently.
Okay. Pakistan's commitment and resolve is very clear that Pakistan will not let India harbor any terrorism through TTP in Pakistan.
इसमें इंडिया का
Secondly,
कुछ नहीं.
Pakistan will chase every raw sponsored terrorist, whether it is Major Tur or anybody like him who's the raw
Where
agent
is
and acting
raw?
as a republic reporter. They will be chased and tracked down. And similarly with TTP, anybody who's trying to destabilize
That is the exact
Pakistan will
problem that
reach to
Taliban
its
has been
ended
saying,
conclusion.
that there has
And
been over interference of
let me speak
ISI
now, Major
in
Tur, please.
Afghanistan. There has
I think
been
you should
over
know.
interference
Once it's a
of
rational debate, you should
the
know how to speak about
Pakistani
it.
intelligence establishment. And let me tell you,
Okay.
they have taken it in a very
There
serious
is one
manner.
thing very
And
clear,
please, if
that
you have your
Pakistan's
ISI
resolve is
assets,
very
their time
clear
is
that
very
we
less.
won't let any
They
Indian
have been
or
their
any
days are
Indian
numbered,
sponsored.
because it is because of the presence of ISI,
Arnab, let him speak or let me
because
speak. That's a simple
their
thing.
He's
Shall
a
I
very
leave it?
brave man, very tough man. You know, Samar
Shall I
is a very
leave it
tough
then?
guy.
I mean, if you don't want to
Samar is a
Taliban
very
has
tough
made a
guy.
good point.
told that,
Samar is talking
you
to
know,
you in a
the
language that
Northern
army people
Alliance,
understand. You're not an army person, you're not
Northern
understand. You don't know
Alliance,
Indian army. You know?
Arnab,
He's talking
let
in
me
Indian army language to you.
let me
Arnab,
explain to him something,
ISI
Arnab. Just a minute.
Samar, General Saab is
Samar.
coming in. Samar,
Yes,
Let me
General
can you
Dayal
hear
is
me?
coming in.
See,
Yeah.
to
You don't get
Pakistan.
worried. Samar, don't get worried with these Pakistanis. You
No,
do
don't
your
get
work.
worried, no.
These
Arnab, see,
Pakistanis are trying to you do your reporting non-stop for Republic
see,
Network.
Arnab, for Pakistan is the main cause of instability in Afghanistan since 1973, not today. I mean, even during the Mujib regime, when he was overthrown, Pakistan's hand was there. When Jair Shah wanted to return, even Mujib wanted him to return. It is ISI which did not let him return. They brought in Al Qaeda. Then they brought in this so-called now Taliban. They called it, and they were the one who threw Ahmad Shah Massoud from there. The Pak army physically led the assault on Ahmad Shah Massoud that time in 1996. Historically, if you see, it is Pakistan, which are looking at Afghanistan as its own territory to have depth against India. This is their strategy, not today. This is their 50-year-old after 1971 war. They realized that Pakistan does not have depth. So they wanted to treat Afghanistan as their own territory. And they violated the border at will till now when Taliban came. And I predicted that time that now that Taliban has come into power, Afghanistan will not be stable because ISI will continue to play its game. And this is what ISI is doing. This is what they did. So Afghans have realized that once for all, they have to establish their control over the Durand Line completely, and Pakistan interference has to stop. I think it's kudos to the present government, and I've been saying from last 2-3 years that India must recognize, ever since US left, I said India must recognize, India must support, because people to people, Afghans are with us, not with Pakistan. 90% Afghanis are people to people with Samar can take it with us. And Pakistani army in that area will never be able to respond because Afghanis are too strong. They have the intelligence. They've got from here. The people are here. They have every move noted, which whatever move Pakistan army makes, it is known to Taliban. It is known to their army. It is known to the Tehrik-e-Taliban. It is Pakistan. They know it. So Amar, in this portion, except using air sporadically, Pakistan has got no option on ground forces. And this is the right time that once for all, I think Pakistan is sorted out. It is sorted out by Afghans. It is sorted out by us also. They need to be now completely, because they are the unstable factor in this entire region. They have created the entire terrorism, whether it is J&K, whether it is Afghanistan, whether they created everything right up to Syria. The Islamic world, the Arab world has to realize that Pakistan is surviving nothing but on terrorism. And terrorism is what grows from there. So listen, you may be raising finger, but if it hurt you, because there were differences within the groups. You couldn't control, ISI couldn't control. Can you control a snake? You guys have been behaving like a snake, Chinese snake, in Chinese Pitari, you have been behaving like, can we every time keep killing you? So China will keep producing you will keep producing terrorism. That is the story actually of the whole reason. Unfortunately, this is the time when I personally feel, Arnab, strategically, this is the right time. We should build strong relations with Afghanistan, and Afghan people need to be supported because Pakistan needs to be thrown out of Afghanistan and there'll be peace in Afghanistan. Taliban, whatever it is, I'm of the opinion they have reconciled and they are
you
on a very
muted yourself.
Okay. Okay. I said that I have
Hamid and
seen
Deepak. Hamid
how
and
you are rebuilding your relations with Afghanistan. Can you hear me?
I can. Deepak on the left
Okay.
window. Yeah, continue.
Okay.
Continue, Hamid.
Okay. I'm saying I can see how you are rebuilding your relations with Afghanistan by kneeling down, by
Deepak.
stopping women to come to the press conference. You have shown how badly you have been refused, and you are inspired by Afghan, and you don't want to lose them. You have lost your war without even saying anything. Do you know what? Pakistan is very clear. Pakistan is very clear in one thing, and that is the value of every Pakistani citizen, of life value of every Pakistani soldier. And secondly, Pakistan will not let India perpetrate war in Pakistan through Afghanistan or through anywhere else. And third thing is, if you want,
Don't drag India into this. 1 minute. Hamid, don't drag India into this. We have nothing to do with this. Yes, Shumela, we have nothing to do with it, Shumela. We have nothing to do with this, Shumela. It's your internal issue.
There is one war.
No, we have issues with you. Obviously. You are trying to build a narrative on your own. You want to try build your narrative. That's it.
What narrative?
A fake narrative.
Why would I build a fake narrative? You are the one who dropped
because
bombs.
India has a strategy of this. India is expert in this, and they just want to build a fake narrative against Pakistan.
Just 1 minute. Shumela, I'm asking you one thing tonight, and Deepak is on the right. We make the windows there. On 24th of December 2024, you carried out airstrikes, right? On Paktika's Barmal district, 46 people died. 11 of them were children. You are the ones who have been killing Afghan children. Did we tell you to kill Afghan children? Tumela, accept the reality.
No.
You are the ones you threw out 1.4 million
you are trying
registered
to
Afghan
put your
refugees.
own narrative in the minds of your nation.
No, don't
That's
keep
it.
saying narrative. Counter me with facts. Tumela is not even on screen. She is speaking.
It was
Tumela.
very well calculated.
Arnab, the Taliban has categorically stated that
You're not
ISI
well informed,
is-
Mr. Arnab. You're not well informed.
Shumela and Deepak, producers.
Correct your history and correct yourself first.
Shumela, listen. 1.4 million registered Afghan refugees who have been living there for 3 decades, right? Along with 700,000 Afghan citizen card holders, so picked up and thrown by you. Right, Deepak Vora, did we tell them to do it? Did we tell them to relentlessly attack Afghans? Were they Afghans doing it because we told them to do so? They blame everything on us.
For any terrorism in Pakistan, you have a strong root.
We are not interested in your country. We are giving you a giant ignore. Why do you want to leave on that?
Even it is Balochistan, even it is Kashmir, even it is Afghanistan.
Balochistan is your problem. Balochistan is your problem.
It is created by India. It is created by India.
We have nothing to do with the Baloch Liberation Army.
We are only giving them with their stomach
moral
having
support.
A pain all the time.
We are giving them moral support. You are the ones. In September alone, 135 people died. 173% were injured because of terrorist attacks. Right? And you are the ones you've been blaming Afghanistan. What am I? I'm not trying to say. I'm saying it. I don't try to say things. I say what I want to. TTP is hammering Pakistan left, right, and center. You can't fight even TTP. You are a weak country. You have not been able to respond to the hammering.
We are having the best army, and we showed you already.
Yeah, we hammered you through and through. 11 airfields destroyed, 7 surgical strikes. We showed you.
Oh my
we showed
God!
you.
Really?
Are you out of your mind?
Where is the record?
What do you mean, really?
Do you have any record of yourself?
Where is the recall? The visuals were all over Pakistani channels.
Every craft is having an international record.
No,
I think you're not aware of it.
Did you not see the pictures from Muridke with Masood Azhar crying about his family?
Yes, we have seen the pictures of Israel during our war.
Did you see the visuals?
We have seen the visual which was
VHS created.
Are
you ashamed that Shehbaz Sharif is at Donald Trump's party. He's dancing right now. Why 200 people have been killed for protesting
And
on Gaza.
who went to beg in front of Trump?
We have nothing
for
to
the
do
war?
with that.
Please stop the war.
We have nothing to do with it. You went begging to Trump.
Modi
You
was
went begging to
begging in
Trump.
front of that.
You're a troubled and bankrupt country. Listen, we have
You are a
Deepak
propaganda
Vora. We have
country.
nothing to do
That's
with
it. You are
Afghanistan.
having a
We need
propaganda
to put this
narrative.
into their
That's
minds,
it.
Deepak Vora. You need to intervene because they've been brainwashed. People like Shumela, they
No,
don't go
you are
100
trying to
meters
brainwash your
outside
own
Afghanistan.
nation.
She doesn't go 100
You are
meters
trying
outside
to
Afghanistan.
You don't let any Pakistani talk in your show. You are
No,
so
I let
scared.
them.
You don't
When
let
was
any
the last time you
Pakistani
went outside
talk.
of Islamabad? When was the last time you went outside Islamabad?
I came yesterday from Azerbaijan. 2 weeks back, I came from Turkey.
ये तो प्रॉब्लम है ना अजरबैजान में जब जाएंगे इन पाकिस्तान में कभी आप इस्लामाबाद की बाहर गई हैं? Do you know the world outside Islamabad? A lot क्या होता है? आपको पूछा have you traveled in Pakistan? आपने बोला मैं अजरबैजान गई. ये क्या है? आप जैसे लोग I don't care whether you came yesterday.
So I know what is the perception of
कितने लोग मारे गए TLP के?
So please,
तहरीके लबैक के कितने लोग मारे गए? कितने लोगों को गोली लगी?
You are forcefully trying to build a narrative against Pakistan, but you are seriously failed on that.
क्या
You have seriously failed on that.
You are the super elite in Pakistan. आपको आपके country में क्या हो रहा है पता ही नहीं है. Deepak Vora,
I'm very much well aware. I'm very
there
much
is a
well
war,
aware.
but there are people.
Because we are sitting here and I can show my location. And your person is sitting in India and showing that he is in Afghanistan. We want to hide the location.
No, don't try to provoke him. She's trying to provoke you. Samar. She wants your location because she will call the ISI if you give her location.
I am not having an armed.
She is utilized as a honey trapper by.
Please, no, personal words. No, Samar, don't do that. Samar, don't do that. Samar, don't do that. I condemn that. I don't support that.
Keep secret, please. I don't want your location. Keep it secret.
So basically,
what
the Taliban has stated is that ISI is wanting to build and establish contact with the Northern Alliance. But however, Amrullah Saleh has refused to get connected with ISI. However, CIA is in touch with the Northern Alliance and they want some activity to begin from the Northern Alliance side against the Taliban. And this is only being carried out for requiring the Bagram airbase, which has been categorically been refused by the Taliban. So this one thing is in India's favor, that Amrullah Saleh and the Northern Alliance have had a good relation with their past
you mean you are
people,
saying Samar,
and that is one of the major reasons that they are not entertaining.
Samar is saying that because it is no longer a Pakistan army, it's the paid lapdogs of Trump. So they have been given a job to get Bagram. They tried to create trouble. The Afghans had hit them back. And now they don't know what to do because Asif Munir has somewhere taken a contract to get the Bagram airbase for Trump. But he lacks the military capability to do so. So in a way, they are in a little bit of a trap right now. And all this partying in Sharm el-Sheikh is already for 2 days. Then when he comes back, he's going to get a call from Trump, Mullah Munir. What happened? You promised Bagram. What happened? And then Hamid will say, I'm a speechwriter for Mullah Munir. Because Hamid is, by the way, the speechwriter for Mullah Munir. This man in the blue jacket is Mullah Munir's speechwriter. Yeah. Deepak Vora, what do you think the Pakistanis are? What situation are they in? 1 minute. Hear from him. He's Pathan himself. Deepak Vora, kuch keh rahe hain aapko. Boliye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. As always, a pleasure to be with you. An honor and a delight to be on the world's favorite channel. May I also say something from the bottom of my heart for Major Samar Paltur? Sir, my father's family is from Ghazni, Afghanistan, so I'm 50% Pashtun. I salute you, sir, for visiting the land of my forefathers and reporting from there. I salute your bravery, sir. You are truly a son of India. Sir, Mr. Goswami, the question that you have asked, it's a question that I'd like to ask my Pakistani colleagues. What has gone wrong in your relationship with Afghanistan? In the 1950s, I'm 74 years young, 52 years in diplomacy. There was informal talk of a confederation, Islamic confederation, between Afghanistan and Pakistan during the time of General Ayub and King Zahir Shah. It was revived during dictator Zia-ul Haq's time. What happened, sir? Why do the Afghans hate you so much? Let me complete what I'm saying, sir. I didn't interrupt you, sir. So there's a certain courtesy that we extend. We are trained in diplomacy. What went wrong? Have you done any introspection, or is the fault all India's or somebody else's or the Americans? As far as this question about delivering Bagram, that's very clear. That was the clear understanding. Since President Trump talked about it, he wants Bagram for whatever reasons. And it's not being delivered, sir. It appears to me, based on years in the service, that this is the divorce papers in your romance with America was signed even before the marriage of inconvenience took place. Many of my Chinese friends, not those who are in Beijing today, sir, but the retired ambassadors, journalists, say that Pakistan got married to us, but went off on a honeymoon with the Americans. We're not going to forgive them. Now, if you can do some introspection and tell me what went wrong, why does Afghanistan dislike you so much? After all, you sheltered so many of their people, even though the United Nations paid for it. Many of them have never been to Afghanistan. You voted them out. What is it that the Afghans have against you? Why do they dislike you? And at the same time, why do they like India so much? Thousands of them have studied here. They are still here. I was in Goa recently. I heard people speaking Pashto. I said, where are you from? They were one of a group of 100 Afghan students studying in Goa. They're all over the place. Their military has been trained by us in the past. So what have you done wrong, sir? Do you think you've done something wrong? Or it's something that Allah decided to throw on you because you were not behaving properly? I'd be happy to hear from you, to learn from you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir?
Okay. There is one very simple reply about romance between India and Afghanistan.
That's not the question, sir. I'm asking you about what went wrong between you and Afghanistan.
I will reply one by one. Please, let me reply, sir. One by one. Okay. The Indians, what romance is going on. Afghan people will realize very soon that will be a greatest betrayal from India and backstabbing from India for Afghanis. Indians can never be the friends of anyone from Afghanistan or anybody, especially RSS of Modi, will never be friends with Muslims. First of all, I have to be very clear. Secondly, Pakistan is the one who is being sheltering Afghan refugees, over 4 million, and Afghanis are our brothers. They are our brothers. They are our brothers. We are talking about
where you're going wrong. Your very own minister. Your very own minister has given a statement that when you have deported,
I wish you can shut your mouth.
You have
please.
deported the Afghan people from your borders
Pakistan is only targeting
in thousands,
a certain number
and
of
you deported them when it was peak of winters. They died by sleeping out in the open. Then the earthquake came. Then during the earthquake, you denied India airspace.
The problem is that if you don't want to listen, you won't be able to understand.
And airspace to give them aid. And then India had to go through Iran to give them all the supplies and aid.
Yeah.
So that is the problem.
Pakistan
that
let
you have
India
been denying,
transit
you have been denying
aid, and Pakistan did all the humanitarian work for them.
You have been delaying it. You have been purposefully delaying it. You have been separating the families from the Afghans at the borders. You are illegally detaining them in hundreds.
We always, General Dayal, and
if you invite me,
I
am inviting you.
Put one fact. Just a minute. Arnab, let me put one fact across to you. Please tell us from 2002 till 2019, did Pakistan spend 5 rupees in Afghanistan? You all have looted Afghanistan. The entire Afghan problem is created by Pakistan. I again repeat, I thought the ambassador will put it in more correct perspective. Zahir Shah was thrown by you people. His brother was thrown by you. Nazibullah was thrown by you. Then the Islamic organization, which 96 Taliban threw it, and now you people, it is entire destruction of Afghanistan. Afghan society was well-to-do, was flourishing under Nazir Shah, under even Nazibullah was doing extremely well. And now look at Karzai and party, they were doing extremely well.
The thing is, if we are going to go into history, if I would also like to add one thing here. No, I want to add one thing here. Just one thing. I want to get in Saurabh because he's waiting. And Saurabh wants to make a point here to Shomela. See, we need to look into history. What is the reason Pakistan is in a problem? Who was grooming the Haqqani network? Haqqani network, now they're abusing Taliban, Saurabh. Haqqani network is a key faction of the Taliban. They were called a veritable arm of Pakistan's ISI by the then US military chief Michael Mullen.
Arnab,
Saurabh.
today, globally, Pakistan's biggest export to the world is terrorism. All these terror groups have been fed and fattened in Pakistan by the Pakistani government and the ISI.
You are already trying to build this language, but
where was Osama bin Laden found?
Please get her.
Pakistan continues to be the epicenter of the world.
And Shomela.
Afghan.
You are trying to build this narrative, but you're failed. Unfortunately, you're failed.
Madam, go beyond your Birkin bag and look.
And you keep talking to your colleagues. You don't
smell the coffee and what's happening on the ground.
You don't
go beyond your Birkin bag.
What you have like in your brain, and you just want to distort the history and everything.
By running your terror factories from Pakistan, that's what is happening.
I don't understand why everyone from India in the panel, they're so panicked. They're so panicked to build their narrative.
The entire narrative of terrorism and entire terror factories that you've been running from your country are coming to be exposed, and you will see that in days, not only the Afghans...
You are just trying to hide your own terrorism in Pakistan. You're hiding. You're hiding yourself under your narrative.
Elite nurtured by the Pakistani army.
We have a visual.
Under the narrative. Everyone knows that Pakistan is having the best army, and we showed you already. We gave you a lesson of life.
We saw what happened in the war with India. Your Chinese duds are not going to...
Your war is just in front of the media, that's it. We have seen your soldiers on ground.
Hand-me-downs. They're not going to help you, ma'am. Smell the coffee. Go beyond your Birkin bags and Hermes.
I will give you one thing. Okay, go and have good relationship with Afghanistan, and future will tell you.
The Pakistani army and the ISI...
You invested billions of dollars in Afghanistan. Of course, you will back up Afghanistan.
Balochistan,
you're going to back up Afghanistan because of your billions of dollars.
You will see the reality. So
the reality is India is backing up all the terrorism in Pakistan.
Today, realizing the biggest epicenter of terrorism is Pakistan.
It's a joke, there's a visual which has come, Saurabh. There is Shehbaz Sharif, poor fellow. They put him in the back row out there. You can't see him. So he goes behind Trump, and the comic shot, he's trying to then go behind Trump and the Qatar, and he's looking at Trump behind, and he's not even looking at the camera out there. He looks like his assistant. Are you seeing this? He looks, his placement. Are you seeing that, Saurabh?
I'll tell you, Arnab, it's comical. I was there in the White House on the day he and his general, the so-called field marshal, they were invited. They were ushered in through a back door.
He's like Trump's butler.
Through a back door without any
Shehbaz is Trump's butler boy.
What's happening with Modi?
They are desperate with a begging bowl.
The Pakistanis are laughing. He's a butler.
After defeating the battle,
they're worried. They will come and ask for some money. That was happening at the UN, this summit as well. People shy away from you because they were worried that you will come with a begging bowl to ask for some aid.
And Trump didn't even look at him. Trump doesn't even look at him. He just steps down. And this man stands behind like a personalized butler to Donald Trump. Trump doesn't even acknowledge him. Last we saw him, he was running like a school child behind Kim Jong. Kim Jong. It's terrible. Anyway, listen. Things are bad.
Can't you see
Things
that?
are bad. Shomela, things are bad. Things are bad. They're going to get worse for you right
Things
now.
are bad for India. Yes.
Turkey,
things are bad for India.
I think the problem is, anyway, Samar, who is doing some incredible work for the Republic Media Network across different parts of Afghanistan. He's been reporting. He keeps moving up and down, Deepak.
Right? He is not a...
Yeah?
If he's working for Raw, yes, he's working incredibly. Not for the Republic.
One more statement is coming.
A spy agent.
One more statement is coming that now it was earlier 59. What the Taliban is claiming is that the fatalities of Pakistan troops is 64, not 59.
But they have not been
Secondly,
able to hit them back even once. Why is that?
Yes,
Major
there has
Nadeem
been
has
loss of
avoided that
9
question.
Taliban fighters. There has been loss of 9 Taliban fighters so far, and there has been a rotation of Taliban fighters which has taken place today. So those who were at the front line for the past 3 days have come back, and fresh Taliban fighters have been have
Major Nadeem,
replaced
what's your problem? Major
previous
Nadeem is
fighters.
saying, yes, Major Nadeem. Major Nadeem, listen.
Yeah, Mr. Samar is lying continuously. He, in his clip, if you see his clip, you will not see any fence, right? Between Pakistan and Afghanistan, there is a fence across the whole border, right? And he did not show any picture of any fence, any barricade. Moreover, if you, we are happy that you are about to marry Afghanistan. Let's you marry. And soon your honeymoon will be over, and then it will become a nightmare for you. Please remember the Jalalabad incident. Please remember all the invaders came from this place, and they will be havoc for you. Let me tell you,
you will pay a heavy price
unnecessarily. If you are so
don't get provoked, Samar. He's only trying to provoke you.
in the
Bring him back to the podium.
of Afghanistan. And आप अभी मत भूलें कि अभी आपके prisoner of war भी हैं.
Samar, provoke मत आ जाइए. The whole world knows that Pakistan's interior ministry, when Benazir Bhutto was there, played the pivotal role in the creation and rise of Afghanistan. At that time, Interior Minister Nasrullah Babar, he set up the so-called Afghan Trade Development Cell, which was a front to funnel funds to Taliban. Arey, don't teach me. I know everything. I know everything, how much money you sent them, through what channels, to what your state institutions did. I know it all. And that's why these Afghans know how to teach you. Nobody more than the Afghans, apart from the Indians, know how to treat the Americans, Pakistanis. Afghans are giving the Pakistanis third degree right now. And they said we'll respond. Why have they not responded, General Dayal?
Because Arnab, like I said, look, on the ground, the Pakistani army cannot respond in the area which we are talking about. That area is the fieldom of Taliban. They were earlier controlling the border from this side. Now they are controlling the border from the other side. Secondly, Arnab, you must understand that the Pak army is a very, very commercial force. I mean, I wish this lady was talking about its army, the other gentleman was talking about its army. You haven't seen Indian army. If you can't face the Indian army, you saw what happened in Kargil. You saw what happened in Bangladesh. You saw what happened on the Western Front in 71. You see now, the day Indian army mobilizes, let me tell you, you will be the first to vacate. You will take a visa and go to your favorite country. You will not be in Pakistan because you are aware of it. And as far as we are concerned, we have nothing to do with the present thing. We do not sponsor terrorism. We do not sponsor war. Taliban has a genuine concern because you people have been destabilizing Afghanistan for a long time.
Now to conclude this, Saurabh, the Pakistanis have positioned themselves as possible military supporters to America. They thought they've done this deal where if they are under attack, the Saudis will come and help them. Now my question is, they have been under relentless attack from Afghanistan. Where have the Saudis come to help them? Except a statement from Saudi Arabia and Qatar. They said that if anybody attacks us, it's a joint defense agreement. Where are the Saudis? They've not carried out any military operation to defend Pakistan.
They were trying to sell this lollipop by saying that we will deliver Bagram. We are the ones who are the front line against terrorism. That entire bogus narrative has been exposed. The world, as I said, realizes that they are the real epicenter. They are nobody's friend, either to the US or any other country. Afghans have realized this as well.
Afghan doesn't have any army. We are the best army already. We gave you a very good lesson.
Looting the world, whose only agenda is to destabilize the world by harboring terrorists and the terrorist agenda from across the globe. Every terrorist attack across the globe has a Pakistan imprint. And this is what the world has realized, and you stand exposed. The Afghans are resilient, they'll take you on, and that is what is happening. Why? They know what their country has gone through because of Pakistan-sponsored agenda of terrorism.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some live shots. Pakistan again being treated very, very badly. I'm ending full frame with live shots. I can't see. Where is the Pakistani Prime Minister? I can't see him. Oh, he must be in the back row somewhere. Typically positioned like a assistant to Trump. That is what Shehbaz Sharif is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, India sent its minister there, and Shehbaz Sharif is not getting any placement. It's a bad day for Pakistan once again. Viewers, as we bring you these live pictures, we all support, and let's bring him on air. Tamarpal Toor, who's bravely doing some great work. The Pakistanis don't like him, but Tamarpal Toor, we're proud of you. And we bring him on air, and we appreciate Samar on air, please. We appreciate the great work you've done. Hats off to you. And there we are. Bishambar Dayal and Deepak Vora is there. Where there is military action, there is republic. And I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow, sharp at 8. Good night and goodbye.
For a quick breather, Arnab will be right back with the debate.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप